Hello everyone. So today I'm doing kind of a different style of video, a little bit. So I'm going to be doing a collection video, and this is going to be my second time doing this same video, only because I figured out the first time I was wearing my shirt out, or I was wearing my shirt inside out the entire time. So that's how smart I am at 23 years old. So anyway, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm just going to start going through everything. I'm going to go through everything, including Godzilla. I'm going to do the Godzilla stuff first. And then after, I'm going to do like the Star Wars and other kind of stuff. So if you don't want to see that, just go ahead and watch this first Godzilla stuff. I know I mostly post Godzilla stuff, so that might be what most of you are coming for. But I'm going to get right into it now, and we're going to start at the top behind me. So stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to try to go through these kind of quick here. So we're just going to go from top down. Top is usually my more expensive stuff, so here we go. This is the Burning Godzilla, and all this top row here is going to be your 30 centimeter X Plus line, so I'm not going to say 30 centimeter each time. This is the Yuji Sakai Burning Godzilla 1995, and man oh man, is this a good one. This is kind of one of my more recent purchases. Probably the most accurate X Plus Burning Godzilla we've gotten so far. It's really impressive, and it really just pops out on my display case. One of my favorites so far. Definitely didn't come without its issues. Has some weird eye thing. You can't really tell at all if you don't know what you're looking for. But it did happen. A little bummed, but I got it for a good price, and I'm really happy with it. Moving on, we have, I don't remember which version exactly this 2000 is, but I got it also for a good price off of eBay. But this is one of them, obviously. But I love Godzilla 2000. I love his purple spikes. And I also really like how this one's pose is kind of like hunched over compared to the rest. Just because it kind of makes it stand out a little bit, and it sticks out completely with the rest of them from my shelf. So yeah, 2000, one of my favorite designs, and that is one of my favorites in the collection for sure. Moving on, we have my... Whoa! We have my favorite Sculptors line, Godzilla 1962. Not one of my favorite suits, not gonna lie. It's kind of dorky looking and looks a little bit derpy, as you can tell. However, this figure is great. It stands out because it's a little fat. But again, it's a very unique looking Godzilla, and I picked it up because, one, this is so accurate looking for the movie, and then two, it did stand out for my collection, so I had to get it. And we're going to move on to one of my favorites in my collection. This is the Yuji Sakai 1991 Attack version, I believe is what it's called. Don't quote me on that. And as soon as this thing would stay focused, there we go. So this is another Yuji Sakai, and 91 is one of my favorite suits. So when I saw this at G-Fest in 2022, I had to pick it up immediately. I probably paid a little extra, but I wanted to get it at G-Fest. But there it is. I love the 91 suit. Second favorite Godzilla suit. And it's actually one of the longer ones, and it sticks out all the way back there. So it can be a little difficult to pose sometimes. But other than that, this figure is absolutely amazing, and I love it. All right, I got this for Christmas this year. This is the new Shin Godzilla from X Plus. Once again, another Yuji Sakai. This is in contention for the best X Plus figure I have, as you can tell. I made a review on this, so I'm not going to say too much about it. If you want to go check that out in my channel, link it below. But it stands out for sure. I couldn't have been more happy with this guy. I don't really have a figure like it at all. Moving on, we have another Yuji Sakai, and this is the 92. I know it looks similar to the 91, but us Godzilla fans know there is a difference, and there are some things about this suit that don't make it as good as the 91 in my opinion. They make him a little fatter on the rear end, being his back and stuff, and then also they give him like those ridges here, which change the look a little bit, and his chest is sunken in just a little bit more. So there's some differences there. This was actually my first X Plus I ever purchased, so it holds a special spot in my heart. I don't ever want to get rid of it, although it is so similar to my 91, and I do think the 91's better. And man, is it having a hard time focusing. Sorry about this. But yeah, it's my first one. Never going to get rid of it. I still love it. All right, this is my favorite, not probably the best, but my favorite in the collection. This is the Godzilla Store exclusive 1954. I've actually made a couple of videos about this, so I won't go too much into detail about it. But again, Yuji Sakai does great work with X Plus. There's a reason I have so many of them. That and the favorite Sculptors line are my two favorites. And this one is absolutely incredible. It's probably the holy grail. I'm actually going to turn, actually I can't turn it. It's probably my favorite figure in my entire collection. 54 is my favorite suit, so I had to get this as soon as I saw the opportunity to grab it. Hopefully one day I can get the favorite sculptors line Gigantic, but that's for another time. But right now, this is my favorite Godzilla. And to be honest, I think it's the most accurate X Plus one. The Gigantic one's cool, but I think this one's just a little more movie accurate. So there you go. All right, so moving back just to the middle, bottom part, not bottom part, just the next layer down. Here's my 30 centimeter Angiras. X Plus again, and this is the second X Plus I ever picked up. I'm glad I got it because I don't see it very much anymore. Not too much to say about it. It's a super accurate figure per usual, and I also love it. Again, so this guy and that 92 were the only X Plus I had for like years, and then I started to go a little crazy. Probably not spending my money too responsibly, but you know how it goes. All right, this is a 25 centimeter X Plus Gigan. This is from obviously 72, not his Final World's Return or the Jet Jaguar one, and I'll explain why in a second. So this is a double pack, and I got this at G-Fest 2022, and I had a bit of a problem with this guy. So when I unboxed him, the left blade fell off, and I went to try to super glue it, ended up stripping the paint, so I had to paint it and then super glue it with a different glue on it again. It looks fine now, but man, paying like $200 for these things and having them break sucks. It's terrible. You don't want that to happen, and it's just not fun. I'm glad I got it fixed, and I do love this. I was so happy to get something other than Godzilla for once with an X Plus, and Gigan couldn't be a better choice. So with this is a pair. You have this guy over here. This is your 62 or 68 to 72 Godzilla. This has the blood on his face. That's why this is from 72. It's a different suit in 73 when Gigan appears again with Jet Jaguar. And again, I love this suit. It holds a special place in my heart, which I'll get down to here in a little bit. But yeah, again, a really good figure. Some people don't like the blood, some people do, but I've never really been bothered by it. I was happy to pick this up. Once again, both coming from G-Fest 2022. And then we're going to make our way back over here. This is the shelf of orange is what I'm going to call it. That's what I've called it before, so we're going to keep doing that. All right, so don't quote me on some of this. It's been a long time since I bought some of these figures, so I don't remember exactly what year they're all from, but I believe I have a general idea. I think over here, this is your Godzilla 2000 Bandai Theater exclusive with the tag, and then this one's got a protected tag. I believe I can't remember which one, but I bought one of these two at G-Fest 2014. I have no idea which one anymore. But this one over here, I believe, is the 2001 exclusive. Again, don't quote me on this. Or 99, you know what I mean? The Godzilla 99 and then Godzilla versus Megaguirus. That's what I mean when I'm saying with this stuff. 2001 would have technically been GMK. So I take that back. 2000, 99, 2000. You get what I'm saying. So that, again, has the tag. Over here we have the 55 pair. I forget what this is called off the top of my head. It's like the Dream something bundle, but you get the point there. Super unique set. This is like the first 55 figure I got. It's supposed to be a Raids Again set, although they just opted to do the 68 to 72 Angiras and just color them red. A little strange, but still a cool figure. Dig those guys. I really love that. I picked those up. We have a Bandai Creations Mecha Godzilla 1 back there. I don't know if it's from 73 or 74 or 75. And then we have Mothra, and that's a Bandai Japan. And these are all 6-inch, by the way. And then we have another Bandai Japan. This is the 50th anniversary Godzilla. No, it's not a 50th anniversary. It came from like some festival. I remember it was some really long name. I got this off eBay. His tag's behind there actually, but I haven't put it back on. I'm not really huge on tags. I don't need them. I like them, but I don't get crushed if they don't have them, if that makes sense. And then here, I believe this is a 2004 theater exclusive. I swear this is for Godzilla's 50th anniversary. I'm not sure. I know there's a gray one too that I've actually never picked up. I look at getting that eventually. But I picked this up at G-Fest 2014, so that's why I don't really remember it too well. But I'll flash it up on text here if I was wrong about my assumption there. This is the 50th anniversary Ghidorah. They made a couple of these for the 50th anniversary of that movie. I picked this up at G-Fest 2022, and I love it. I love orange vinyl, and it sure fits in well in this shelf. And we're going to go all the way back over here. Then we have, in the back here, we have a Bandai Japan Mothra. I picked this up at G-Fest 2014. Those are the only 2 times I've gone. I plan on going again this year. So there's that. And then we have a Bandai 8-inch Japan Final Wars. Once again, picked up at 2014 G-Fest. I really like that guy. I really like the Bandai 8 inches a lot. And then moving to the right here, we have a Godzilla 2000, or Godzilla Millennium, whatever you want to call it. Bandai Creations, not the greatest figure in the world, just going to be straight up honest. Bandai Creations, you get what you get. Not bad though, and I always like putting Godzilla 2000 stuff in my collection, so that's why it's there. And we're going to move down. So this is just another random shelf. So we have the newly acquired and newly released Gorosaurus. This is a great figure, another 6-inch. This one I think is in a contest. People voted for which one they wanted next. And I did an unboxing, so again, not going to go over it too long. Bandai Creations 1954 is what's next to that. Kind of a wonky looking Godzilla 54. Has some resemblance to it, I guess. I always put 54 stuff up though because I dig 54. So that's why that's up there. And then we have a NECA GMK Godzilla. I don't know where his atomic breath went. There, it comes with it, and I don't keep it in because it kind of loosens his head. I have no idea where I put it. It's around somewhere, but don't know off the top of my head. NECA stuff was great. I do miss it. And then moving on, I have no idea. I'm not a Gamera fan, like, at all. I like the concept. I've just never seen the movie. When I say I'm not a Gamera fan, I just haven't seen the movies. I would have no idea if I'm a fan or not. So I don't know what year this is from, but the reason it's up here is because I picked it up at G-Fest 2014, just because I was 14, thought it looked cool. And so there's that. I believe it's like around 66 or something like that, 67, but I'm not sure. So I definitely don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to act like it. Alright, so then we have a Bandai Creations 1954. I can remember getting this super well when I was about 6 years old, so I've always kept it up there. I packed it away for a little bit. I take that back. But I put it back out because, yeah, I have such a memory of getting it in the mail. I can remember every ounce of, like, buying this thing. I was so excited to get a 54 because 54s have always been one of my favorites. Next up, we have another 54. This is the NECA 54, and this is the movie poster color version. I'll show you the poster here in a second. It's up on my wall. Let me just do that now, actually. Well, I'm going to go in that. I have a 54 poster. If my camera wants to do its thing. 54 poster. That's the colored one I'm talking about. And then the iconic Megalon versus Godzilla where they're randomly on the Twin Towers for no reason. So yeah, that's where that color comes from down here. I love this figure. Anything I see 54, I usually grab it. Kind of a similar one here to the Creations. This is just the Bandai Japan version of the 54, so not really much to say about it. It does have the tag. Moving on, we have Orga. I was really excited to get this, and these are all Bandai 6 inches, or this one here. I don't know why I said all. But I was excited to get this one, I remember, because I wanted an Orga figure really bad, and I ended up picking it up. So there's that. And then we have another Gamera back here from somewhere in the 90s or the 2000s. Again, I am not a Gamera expert by any stretch. So this came from 2014 G-Fest, and that's why it's up here. It's cool looking, but I have no idea where it comes from. All right, and then I believe this is another Bandai creation here. This is Gigan from Final Wars. Great design they picked for Gigan in Final Wars, just got to say that. I wish I had some more figures of them, but I don't, or at least I don't have any room for them. I have some larger Bandai Creations ones, but I just simply don't have anywhere to put them, so they're a little packed away right now. But I did put that guy back out just recently. Another NECA here. I believe this is from 2003 because of that scar on his chest. And it's pretty good looking. It's a little weird in some angles. The head kind of looks a little small. But I kept it up there. I used to go around back in like 2019, 2020 searching for the old NECA stuff, and that's where that came from. And then we're going to move down a little bit. Let me just adjust here. So we're going to move down a little bit. This is the new Titanosaurus Bandai creation, or Bandai Movie Monster series. Sorry, if I've been saying creation, I don't think I did, but they're Bandai Japan, Bandai Movie Monster series. You get the point. If I said that for any other ones, I don't think I did, though. So yeah, Bandai Movie Monster series here, and this is one of my favorite Bandais. The colors are great on this guy. I was really impressed with him when I unboxed him quite recently. Again, I have an unboxing video on my channel if you want to check it out. But yeah, the paint's great, the detail's great, and everything else is in really great condition. So I love this thing. Another 2014 G-Fest pickup here. This is an 8-inch GMK Godzilla. Tag is not in so great shape back there, so I'm not going to show it, but I love this figure. I love GMK Godzilla. He's a really different looking Godzilla, so I was really happy to pick that one up. Moving down, this is the couple of them that I'm going to show you now are from when I was super little. This is a Final Wars Bandai creation, Angiras. I actually do like his design in that movie. The only figure I have of him in the Final Wars form is this one here. I apologize, this camera's kind of having a hard time focusing. It just doesn't focus well on the figures for some reason, so I'm trying to work my best with it here. So this is a really unique figure. I actually have no idea like what it is. I've had this since ever, like before I could remember pretty much. The only problem with it is we broke a toe off of it when we were younger, so I do believe it's Bandai, so there's that, but it's also from the Angiras movie, because that's why you get that green coloration. But yeah, super unique figure. Moving on, we have my articulated shelf. So starting in the back, this is SH MonsterArts Kiru. I like that one a lot for sure. Then we have Mechagodzilla 2 right next to it. This was the second one I bought. I've got his missile hands attached to him right now. And then we have the NECA 2014 Godzilla. And then we have one of my favorite SH MonsterArts is the Godzilla 1964. It's a little smaller because it is size accurate because it's the Showa series, in which the Showa series Godzillas are a little smaller. And then back here we have my first SH MonsterArts purchase, if it wants to do its thing in focus. Come on, camera, you can do it. Okay, there we go. So this is, I believe, a 1994 SH MonsterArts. I actually believe this is the first SH MonsterArts ever released. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of this. This holds a special place to me. And then we have probably my least favorite of the SH MonsterArts stuff. This was the Yuji Sakai Godzilla Millennium, and this is his own take on it, and it will not focus on the face for some reason. Come on. But this is the SH MonsterArts Yuji Sakai. This is his take on it. To be honest, I prefer the normal one. I kind of wish SH MonsterArts just did that. This is something I don't really have a whole lot of meaning with, and it's something I might look into selling, maybe not. But it is still a really cool looking figure. It has a problem with its mouth with the ball joint being loose, but yeah, other than that, I don't have too much to say about that one. This is probably another one of my favorites of the SH MonsterArts line. Is the Burning Godzilla. I've always loved the translucent vinyl they decided to roll with on this one. And then behind this, we have a 56 Revoltech Rodan. And then we also have another Revoltech down here, and this is Gigan. But yeah, the Revoltech stuff is alright. It's a little weird look in some places, but so the only reason I'm not huge into SH MonsterArts anymore is, one, they're just way too expensive for the quality and what you get from them. I've seen a lot of people have issues with what they're getting sent. A lot of quality control issues, and to be honest, they're not big enough to bring their 150 price point, because to me, I can spend the extra $50 and get an X Plus. So that's my 2 cents on it. If you like articulated figures, they're still one of the best for sure, but the articulated stuff just isn't my thing anymore. I prefer the more realistic kind of statue thing. All right, we're going to go down to the left here. So in the back here, these are old figures that I had, again, when I was a kid. So that's Mecha King Ghidorah from 1991 and just regular King Ghidorah, both from the 91 movie. I believe he's released in the late 90s, these figures here. All right, so we kind of got the same thing here. I'll just do these kind of at one time. These are both 94 Bandai Japan. The only difference between the one with the tag is it's got the blue dorsal plates instead of the regular gray one. And also that one has a tag, this one doesn't. But yeah, this is 91, again, like I told you, one of my favorite suits, so I tried to get as much as I can. But yeah, these are really cool Bandai Japan figures, and yeah, they're not going anywhere. But yeah, not too much to say about them, because they're really the same thing, so there you go. Again, a newly acquired purchase here with both of these guys. This is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1955 and the Movie Monster Series 55 Angiras. And let me tell you, I think these two figures are absolutely incredible. So we'll start off with Godzilla here. They fixed the dorsal plates on the back. In the memorial box, they were upside down. That's the last time we got a regular color scheme 55, so they fixed that, and that looks really good. And I also have to say that 55 is definitely one of the most underrated Godzilla suits to me. I see a lot of people hate on it, but I like how spooky it looks, and it's always stood out to me. It's just a little bit of a worse version than 54, I get it. But yeah, I'm glad they made these. I'm really happy with it, because you don't see a lot of 55 stuff come around very much, which is unfortunate, but you learn to live with it. And then the X Plus 50, or the Bandai, I already said it. So the Angiras here is essentially a little X Plus. It looks that good. The mold is great. The colors are great. Everything about it's great. I was super pleased with this figure when I got it, and I'm still very pleased with it. So yeah, this is one of the best Bandai Japan figures that I own. I am just so impressed with it. And then another recent purchase here, if we go over to the next shelf, this is the Movie Monster Series Varon. This came with the same release as the Gorosaurus back there. So this was also won in a contest, and again, it looks really well. It looks really good. This is from his 1958 movie. Not a figure you see a whole lot of. Varon is not the most popular, so I believe that's why he won that contest, because it's been so long since we've seen anything from him. So there's that. This is another 2014 G-Fest pickup. This is the 8-inch GMK King Ghidorah. GMK King Ghidorah looks great just in general, and so that makes this figure look wonderful as well. Yeah, when I saw this at G-Fest, this is one of the ones that I just remember being immediately attracted to. So glad I got this, because it's definitely the best King Ghidorah figure I've got in my collection. I mean, there are my 3 King Ghidorah figures, and this one is the best of all of them. We have a Bandai Creations back there. This is an Ghidorah. It's actually really not a bad figure for Bandai Japan, or for Bandai Creations. So I put it back out there because, yeah, it actually is a pretty good looking figure there. All right, and then moving back up front, we have another 68 Angiras. Picked this up at G-Fest 2014. I believe this came out in 98. And it doesn't have a tag, but again, I love Angiras, so this is why this is here, and it is a pretty good looking figure. The next one here, kind of in rough shape, but there's a story behind this. This was by far, as a child, my favorite Godzilla figure I had. I used to play with this one all the time, and this is a 68 Bandai Japan. It doesn't have the tag anymore, got some wear and tear into it, but I keep it because I love it, and it's a very nostalgic figure to me. There's that one. That's why I keep that out, and we're going to move to the last shelf here, the Godzilla stuff. We're going to start in the back, actually. This is my Sofubi shelf. This is Godzilla 91, and this is a Marmot version, or it's just a Marmot. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know where this comes from or anything, really. I got this for my birthday when I was 14, and I have no recollection of, like, what it is. I just believe it's a 91 figure, and it might be from Wonderfest, I believe, if that's ringing a bell in my head correctly. So that's what I think it is, 91 Marmot Godzilla. To be honest, it's not one of my favorite figures in my collection. It's kind of a bland-looking figure. It's a good sculpt, but generally not something that's eye-catching as far as Sofubi goes. And then I picked this up at G-Fest 2022. This was my last purchase of that trip. This is CCP Landing Ghidorah, and you kind of got that reggae coloration going on there. That's what I'm going to call it. You got that red, yellow, and green, and man, does it look good. And one thing I love about CCP figures is the eyes. They do so well with that. I don't have a newer version. My brother does, and the eyes look incredible on the new versions. They look good here, but somehow they made them even look better in the newer version. So there's that. And again, this is a figure that really caught my eye at G-Fest, and I had to buy it because look at that thing. And you're probably looking at this, and this is pretty eye-catching as well. This is actually the last thing of Godzilla, and also happens to be the most recent purchase. I don't remember the title of the brand name. It's like Sarah Jarushi or something like that. It's the same sculptor as the Marmot sculptor, so that's why they look similar. But this is a 54 Godzilla again, and this is a blue and red color scheme, and just in general, like of everything, blue and red is some of like my favorite color combos. So when I saw this on Buy, I had to get it like pretty much immediately, and I'm so happy I did. It's 25 centimeters, so it is quite big, and it is so eye-catching. I haven't really seen another figure like this, and so I'm super happy I picked this up, and yeah, it's incredible. So there you go. Other than that, if you don't care about anything else Godzilla, that's it. That's all my Godzilla stuff. I'm pretty proud of what I've done here with that. But other than that, if you're just coming to watch the Godzilla stuff, I appreciate you for watching this stuff. But if you want to see everything else, whether that being Lego, Transformers, Star Wars, stay tuned because we're going to jump into that right now. So this is the 2008 MTT, and this has a unique story to it, actually. I found this, we were about to give it away because it was in the box, and I thought like all the pieces were gone. And like just to double check one more time before I left, I noticed that half the bags weren't opened. So it was pretty much unopened except for one bag. That was it. So that was close because this thing runs for a lot of money. So that would have been a huge mistake. So I built this about a year ago. And as you can see, there's some pieces here that aren't the correct piece. I'll have to replace those eventually because that one bag was missing. But other than that, I'm so happy with this because this is definitely one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever released. And it's by far the best MTT released. So yeah, I couldn't have been more happy when I built this. It looks incredible in my collection. And as far as the droids go down here, these come from battle packs and some other sets. I don't have the original droids from this set. I'm trying to get that back right now, which is why I'm buying the battle sets or battle packs. So hopefully I can get that hangar bay in here locked up or loaded up again and getting ready to roll. All right. ignore the wires here. I understand this looks like garbage. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this, but all the lights, and I'll explain what the lights are in a second, run down to these things. That's why it looks like an absolute disaster. But this is an ATST. I think this came out a couple years ago. I'm not really too sure on the date. I'm not too much to say about that. It's a nice set, and it goes well with my Hoth battles kind of going down here. This comes from mostly battle packs and other stuff like that. We got Rebels and just kind of some action going on there. So it's a nice little thing I did. I really like the Snow Troopers and stuff. And then my favorite little part of my Lego collection is the ATTE. And this is a Clone Wars thing, obviously, and we have a little bit of a clone army going on here. Not the most impressive thing in the world, I understand, but I'm working on it. So I recently bought 4 of these guys. I found one. I thought we got rid of all of them because I could remember them when I was a kid, and we got rid of a lot of our Legos, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm buying some of the stuff back. So these are your like bomb. I think they're called Bomb Squad. I don't remember what legions half of these are from. I'm not paying attention. We got the Ahsoka ones back there, like the 503rd or 3 some. I don't remember where they come from. But the ones in the back are the Lego guys or the clone troopers that came from the ATTE. And we have some 501st ones and some other guys and just some other ones back there. Again, I'm not too familiar with each legion here, so I'll flash them on the screen for you. And then we have Mace Windu leading the pack along with Commander Cody and some shock troopers in the back. So yeah, I like this little thing going on here. I definitely want to buy more clones and buy some of the old stuff I used to have. So I'm working on it, but yeah, there's that for you. And that finishes this shelf, and I'll go over what the shelf is real fast. This is an IKEA Kallax, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not actually totally sure how to pronounce it, but it comes from IKEA. It does really well for displaying this kind of stuff. It looks really nice. Doesn't look like it's in a garage or whatever like some shelves can do. I have an LED strip that goes across here that lights up the X Plus figures, and then as for the shelf lights, they're just like little bookcase lights. And that's how you turn it off. And they connect via USB, which is kind of a pain. That's why they're all down there at the very end. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. So yeah, but if you're wondering what that was, that's what this is, just in case you were curious. All right, moving on to my IKEA Detolf display case. I got a few things in here I want to go over. So this is the Darth Vader hot toy from Empire Strikes Back. This thing's amazing. It was at one point my holy grail of my entire collection before I got the Yuji Sakai 54. That's now my holy grail. But look at this thing. I mean, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite version of Darth Vader. I just think he looks the best in that movie. And I was so happy to get this thing. And just one more look here. It's an awesome figure. Super menacing looking as Darth Vader is. So yeah, we're going to move on from that down below. This is the 3-0 Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. And 3-0, let me tell you, makes some incredible figures with some great detail. I mean, just look at that. So yeah, I love Transformers. I love the movies. Really, except for the movie that this one's from, but Optimus Prime looks so badass in this movie that I couldn't help but buy it. It's not a horrible movie, but it's not the best. I'll just say that. But yeah, it packs a lot of action for sure. But 1 and 3 of the first trilogy of movies are definitely the best too. But yeah, Optimus Prime looks awesome in those movies, and I had to pick this guy up. Again, look at the detail on this thing. It's just absolutely amazing. I will say it's a little fragile. That's my only complaint about it, but other than that, it's pretty good. All right, next shelf. And pardon the wires behind there. So I got Obi-Wan from A New Hope. This is a great one. This is actually the first hot toy I picked up. It really looks like Alec Guinness. It's a really impressive figure. I mean, that is just Alec Guinness right there for you. I mean, no way around it. Do a lot of good poses with this guy for sure. So yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure of the Star Wars stuff that I had. I got rid of a lot of Star Wars stuff, so that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, that is just Alec Guinness. Looks perfect. Next, I have the New Hope Luke. And to be honest, this figure is not that great. It'd be one of the ones I could sell. It's not horrible by any stretch of the means, but there are much better Luke Skywalker hot toys at this point, and I don't know it just doesn't really look like Mark Hamill. And to be honest, I would rather have him from like Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back. So if I ever sold it, if I were to ever sell this one, I would just replace it with one of those guys. But other than that, I was really happy to get this at the time, but I'll see what I do with it in the future. Okay, moving down below. We have my Lego AT-AT, or AT-AT, however you want to say it. I don't really know what some people pick. I've always said AT-AT. It's from about 2010. I got this and built it when I was about 10 or 11. And it still holds up pretty well. That piece is not original. I had to replace that. I don't remember why. It's been so long. Collected a little bit of dust over the years, but I think it still makes a really good display piece. I've got it all open so you can see the cab riders and the snow troopers and the pilot in there. So there's a good look at it. And yeah, it's held up pretty well over the last decade. So pretty impressive little figure here. Or little Lego set here, not figure. I had to redo the video because I realized I had my shirt on inside out. Alright, here is my last part of the Lego shelf. So we got a Darth Vader TIE fighter there, or Darth Vader ship, whatever you want to call it. And then we have a Halo, Jesus Christ. We have a Han Solo Carbonite little playset there with Boba Fett. And Han Solo is in that thing, but you can't see him. Some select minifigures up here of Jango, Boba Fett, and some other stuff. Some of them are worth some money, some of them aren't. Not that I really care, because I'm not going to sell them. Then we have an X-Wing that I bought last year for like $50. Not like the most crazy X-Wing ever, but I definitely enjoyed it. I can't remember what this is called off the top of my head. My Star Wars knowledge has really gone away. But I bought that last year as well, like a Republic tank or something like that. I have no idea what this thing's called here. I think it's some sort of Republic ship as well. It also could be Imperial, but it's so old I don't even remember buying it or building it at all. So there's that for you. But again, I kept it up there because it does look really nice. And again, there's some more Stormtroopers down there, minifigs, and some other stuff here. We're going to move down to the top of my bookshelf. So this is the kind of like makeshift Transformers top of my bookshelf. So this was a little kit I bought from Hobby Lobby of G1 Optimus Prime. It went together really well. It was really easy to build, and it looks great too. You can do a lot of poses with this guy. It's super articulated. I got him in kind of a cool pose now. I love the G1 look of Optimus Prime, as you'll see in a second. But yeah, this one was a kind of a fun build, and I definitely enjoyed that. And we have some to select random Transformers. I'm not too versatile in my knowledge of the cartoon. I've seen some of it, but not all of it. So I don't really know who these two are, but I picked it up from my local toy store, so that's why they're there. Not going to really say much else about that. Here's another model kit of Starscream from the G1 cartoon. I'm not going to lie, this was not very fun to build. It was pretty hard. I had a lot of issue with it, probably because I just suck at building things, but I imagine it might be easier for some of you. But I love the look of Starscream in the original cartoon. I think he looks great. I wish we saw more of him in the Bumblebee movie, because we saw like 5 seconds of what he looked like and what he could have looked like in a live action film. But you get what you get. It was awesome to see him in live action. But yeah, the G1 cartoon Starscream looks awesome. And then with just another random G1 Megatron back there that I picked up at a toy store. And then to center this whole top of the bookshelf off, you have G1, or not G1, sorry, War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, again by 3-0, the same one that made the Revenge of the Fallen. This one lights up by removing the head. I'm not going to do it right now because it wastes the battery horribly on this thing. But yeah, G1 and War of Cybertron, whatever you want to call this one, it looks great. Definitely my favorite version of Optimus Prime. I really like that old school retro look. And that's why I picked this up. I plan on picking up more 3-0 stuff eventually because I love what they do, and they make really good figures. So there you go. Moving down, we have my anime section / manga stuff. So we'll start over the right. We have Demon Slayer. I'm not going to lie. I think that's one of the most overrated animes ever. Don't come at me. I just think it's not as great as it's good, but it's a little bit overrated. What?
What's even the point of this section?
What do you mean?
Demon Slayer kind of sucks. I don't really care about this manga at all. I don't even know why I have these books displayed.
Okay. Next we have Chainsaw Man. I've read it, pretty good. Never seen the anime. And then mostly what I want to talk about here is Hunter x Hunter stuff. So I got most of the books. I'm getting kind of close. I got actually kind of a lot to go. I don't know why I said most. But I love Hunter x Hunter. One of my favorite animes and just TV shows in general of all time. Then we have the Banpresto Gone here. Not too much going on with the figure. It wasn't too expensive, but it was really hard to find Hunter x Hunter stuff for a long time. And I don't know why it's having such a hard time focusing again on the figure. Yeah, so it was really hard to find Hunter x Hunter stuff for a while. So when I saw this come out, I pre-ordered it and got it pretty quick. So that's why I have that as well with the Killua here. I believe this is another Banpresto. And again, just because there wasn't a lot of Hunter x Hunter stuff, I picked this up immediately. It's nice to have the manga return because now we're getting these figures again. And Killua was my favorite from the show, in case you care. But there's that. And then the last one here is Hisoka. I'm pretty sure it's Banpresto as well, but not totally sure off the top of my head. And yeah, we're going to move down one more layer. Just going to go over this kind of quick here. We have an Evangelion back here, one of the Evas. This is Eva 2, and then we have L from Death Note, another one of my favorite animes, as well as the manga and some other select manga. And then last Lego of the collection, this is the Room of Acquirement Lego set from Harry Potter. Unfortunately, the only Harry Potter Lego set I have. So yeah, this is the only Lego set I have from Harry Potter. I do want to get more eventually, for sure. The minifigures are back there. They get knocked over a lot because right next to my bed. But other than that, I really like this set. It was fun to build it, for sure. And I do hope to get some more Lego Harry Potter in the future, as well as the books back there. I just really like Harry Potter in general. But other than that, I think it's about time to wrap up the video here. Okay, so that is all. That is the entire collection I have in my room. I'm really proud of my whole collection. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am. Definitely don't want to stop now, for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it as well. But other than that, if you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me at Diglo the Collector. I just kind of do some photography stuff with all the figures that you saw in the video today. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video, but until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.